Hello and welcome. I'm CJSowry from the Squiggly Gamers, and today I want to talk about the Battlefield 4 Night Ops map. It's been out a few weeks already, but I've only just got around to playing them. And to be honest, it's what I've been after for a long time. Some of us old enough to remember Call of Duty 4 will remember we had the option to use the night vision goggles. It was a great feature used during the single player story, but the online multiplayer, it was kind of useless. There was, I think, one map where it was slightly usable in certain areas on the map waste, wet work, but otherwise it was pointless. There was no use of it being there whatsoever. It was eventually phased out, never to be seen again. But when I started playing Battlefield 3, I noticed the infrared night vision scopes, and since all the maps were set during the day, what was the point in using it? You know, you could see through the smoke, but apart from that, it's pointless. The flashlight attachments again were pretty pointless because, well, only really used to blind people, and as it was ridiculously bright, as we all remember. We did eventually get the night map with the Armoured Kill DLC, but you could still easily see people without the use of night vision scopes and lights. It just wasn't that dark. Fast forward to now, and as you can see, this version of Void 311 is very dark. So dark you need a night vision scope just to see a few meters ahead of you. Some indoor sections can be made completely pitch black by destroying all the light sources. You will need a light attachment just to see where you're going. It's crazy. It almost feels like you're playing a horror game, to be honest, when people just jump out at you shooting and it just gets mad. This completely changes how you play this map and the whole feel of the whole game. Before I was quite happily gunning and running. Now you've got to take things slower, check your corners, because people use the dark spots to their advantages, camping in the corners. So not only does this map play differently, but the devs have done a fantastic job on how the map looks. Every light source has an influence on the environment. Explosives light up everything for that slight second. Tanks with all the lights plastered all over them look like Christmas trees. People without flashlights and night scopes have a certain disadvantage, but with the lights shining off people's guns, you can see them coming a mile off. So it's an excellent mix of gameplay and tactics. Do you use a light? Do you not? Do you use a night vision scope? Of course, we now can't see through the smokes in the latest patch, and flares completely mess up your scope. So it adds a lot more tactics and gameplay to the game, which wasn't there before. Using the mist outside does kind of look like a cheap shot in reducing visibility, but a lot of places around the world, when it gets dark, there's a night mist, especially if you're not far from water. And to be fair, it stops everybody going sniper, using the dark to their advantage, staying on the outskirts, picking off people from a distance. So although it looks cheap, it's there for a reason. The real problem I have with the night map is you still have the red's names above people with everybody's heads. Spam the spot button and you can find people. Yeah, it's how Battlefield is, unfortunately. You know, it's a shame they can't get rid of it, but to get rid of it, you get rid of the fundamental thing that makes Battlefield what it is. Another thing, looking for the night vision scopes, I'm not convinced tanks should give off that much heat. You know, it should be obviously where the engine is, but again, it's how it's always been, so take that away, you're going to upset a lot of people. But all these things aside, it's a great addition to a game that is now 2 years old, and despite a very troubled start, Battlefield 4 is one of the go-to places for great massive battles. With more maps due out, like the Jungle Community map, and I think there is another nighttime map along due out as well. Yeah, it's great to see the devs finally coming back to its players who have dedicated all their time to playing such a fantastic game, through the good and the bad. So pick them up, they are free off whichever console or PC you use. They are free, play them. Guys, so give them back to the players, use it and abuse it. So thanks for watching and have a nice day.